But my recording. Guys, I just realized someone tried to break into my room. Someone tried to break into my room. My door has been tampered with. Somebody tried to break into my room whilst I was asleep. Oh my God. Some men are too dangerous and evil to be in power. I'm going to expose all of you. If that's the last thing I will do before I die, all the vulnerable girls must be kept away from you guys. If that is the last thing I have to do before I die, that is what exactly I will do. Yes, some of you don't deserve power because you misuse it. Enye etwebia na yidi. Bema wa waria tina weyere ho. So wate. Enye etwebia na yidi. Because obia bidi no di honhomfi ahyemu. Na sa honhomfi no say oba no ebese wo bibia anso aka ho. Sisi ade bebe edu ni de. Yin na yen sorry mo mpaye because they are at their shrines. Me too, I'm in my house with my Bible, praying, but the challenge is not easy. The manipulation is there. Bible ane de wo ho, bomu de bibia fra. Mekon, monsomon because the battle has started. Eugene Cancer. Nancy Sabeku or Srewa or the Miss Rewa. Unso Srenibi. Ono so be shooting a shot. Or any who Abena Korkor de me penasem, Abena Korkor de me ba. I will be shooting a shot. And I ye. I sat down now shooting a shot, and I mean you one intimate fino. Inti de be your best will be Abeku Santana. Abeku Santana Srewu Eugene Kaza unso Srenibi. Obe shooting a shot and ye. Men in the industry are just predators. They just act like they are your friends. But we na edi na mo pe we do. Unim sa Abena Korkor bipolar. Onene da oba beka. Inti se wase an bese me pa ene opese me body. Inti abeku manwachi.
At this point in time there, me shows a minya boy biom. Minya boy biom. Me say minya ekunu bia inti se dia de midi suja. Nene dia me krama no ne ya chele sa. Oba se bibi wo ho na enunti like can I say ombeka say oba we die o ti say ye ware na ye inti omoka say ye ware wo na ye a na wo de okra ne wade na ma Yesu ma broken hearts so tease Yesu papa na say Yesu mame ombeka say oba we die enyonyam bia ne so onkasa bye why mo kra na frefre mi ya ayasamo mo ndum phone na me de me disturbance Abeku de bia na osre Eugene Cancer de bia na osre no ono so be shoot on the shots me say adano me kind crimes me ko UTV ko ye bibi afi de osi o de me ko dinner we've had drinks, stuff like that, He even spoke to my mom, say, oh, 1 minute, he's taking good care of me. I feel dear, go see me, a cram on a mingo fear. Hey, go Jaffa no baby kissing me. Almost one him kissing. Or didn't to sue your man, now I'm saying a brand adding. Sana wo sri Eugene Cancer nyina zana wunyanga uzubedi Hey. Asemo. Ewi asiwe. Se uye bibi na wobi isrewa na se udidi watama. Nipa no nya ya nka ne oye no. Eno na oye. Jesu onya chance, onya opportunity. So ati Eugene ya uzunya na asre no. Ayasemo irade. Ayasem papa. Hey. Ayasem. Minya relapse be ayo. My drain na me free my mind. Ye okasa ye is therapeutic. It's very therapeutic. Obi ye wadi a wompa ka na ye free. So ati na ye free. Esa na untumenda. Oh tete. Missy na ye me. Asamo. Esuja for bre. Esuja for bre. Anka we ma wari anka me kuno. Ode ashemo e chire na meda. Nsanye hwe ma wari ye hwe. Omo pretend is omo ye holy. Omo pretend. Ama for the ba no ma si o ma no say pencil no mo ti radio so. Na omo kasa. Na embe man nso omo pe ma bebre no nso no. Omo nye adwuma bi asa wompemu omo asambia wodi ebe ma bia owo erectile dysfunction and as a premature ejaculation me reproductive biology na misi angaka no metimi dia consultation ama enti se mentumi solve o problem na ma refer wa ma andrologist why na me see. You see, people are funny. Obi Babetro, stop mentioning people's names. There are actually people who want to pay me so that I mention their names. Hey, na popularity no mode kwa yede. Mode kwa yede. Mode kwa yede. Amafu beba midi ya mumuzi omo peso muti amika na mibo mudi mudi kwa yede munko kai sikadi eye basika ye mudi iti sika ubenya ho bechire udie ene die eye ngwasi asem samate cause I really want to sleep. Sleep no ember. Sleep no ember. Sisi akra me de me huni amenye obium. Minye ejuma na makodi ngwasi asemo na. I'm just being myself. Me medi. After this is social media so me sure say the bechi na me phone is easy. Inti ye can say my home be my ne bye bye. Bye bye. One home be my bye bye. Bye bye. Hey, mama see me pese me ye popular. Me pese me ye popular. Efa mo ho ben di ufi asem krasini ese me ko wari bruni o na Ghana fun me ma de omo be ma broken hearts na omo difa ho dem sisi me ya awade mechi. Sometimes when I have back pains, that is when I wish I were married. Anka wena mikunu abobo mechi amame. What are men for? Bi wa enye sikasa menko a wonya bema no na wabobo wechi kakra ma na wayeye. No, right now I've stopped on medication. No, the medication. Hey, I got polycystic ovarian syndrome. I'll be getting spasms. I was growing fat uncontrollably. I've stopped taking medication. If I will take medication, not Western medication, maybe herbs, but it drew the amphibium, debi. Amphibium. It drew the amphibium. It drew the amphibium. It drew the amphibium. It drew the amphibium. Amphibium. Okay, my friend is here. He's bringing dominoes for us to play. My friend is here. I called my friend to come over. So I needed company. I've called my friend to come over. You're downstairs. Joey, come upstairs, okay? I'm coming out to get you, okay? No. As for medication there, I won't take some again. I won't take. My mommy says I should stop smoking weed. So I've stopped smoking. I'm trying to stop smoking weed. I've stopped, but weed was very therapeutic for me. It was very therapeutic, yeah, but I think I have to get the medicated one. I have to get the medicated one because as much as I don't want to take, Western medicine, I don't want to take something that will worsen my case. Yes, let me go and see if I actually have one friend who also has bipolar, and then he said, he's been off medication for over, maybe right now it'll be like 9 years. He's been off medication for 9 years, and he's been smoking weed for the bipolar disorder. I remember one time we did a program at British Council, and there was there was a psychiatrist on the panel. There was a psychologist. I'll come back.
I've locked myself up in the room. I don't have anything in my room that I can use to harm myself. Fortunately for me, you see, I have been off my medication for over a year. So it's good, because if I had my medication here, I could have overdosed. So God works in mysterious ways. I don't have any chemical here or anything. So I just thank God for it. Today is my birthday. I'm an Aquarius. I am Aquarius. We fight for causes. It's people feel like I'm blackmailing people. If any of the men can come and sit on a platform and say, I blackmailed them before, they will come into your life. Oh, I'm coming to support you. I'm coming to help you better yourself. The next thing you know, meet me at this hotel, meet me at that hotel. Sometimes you feel like, okay, that's what everybody is doing, so let me also do some. But at the end of the day, I've tried it, so at the end of the day, I regret it. Yes, me regret it. Me so dear Mecca. Intimidate. Onim so ye be ma worry for. Now better me liar. I don't know how to keep secrets. I don't have secrets. So if you are planning to do anything bad with me, it will come out. If you do something good with me too, it will come out. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I've missed Susan, many nako. In the day, I miss
I've cried everything out, so I feel better now. I feel better. I hope I'm able to get some sleep because I want to go to church in the morning. I have to go and thank God for my life. So I have to get some sleep. Abena Korkor. Abena Korkor. Charlie. Obisi minya wi anke bebo me. Emu anke bebo me ba me ni wi wo fie.
And see, if this thing I am doing it for just attention, those who are my true family and friends, they will stand by me for who I am and for what I want to do. I have been quiet for too long. I have shut up for too long. So people will just do things that will benefit them. We are all selfish beings. We just do things that will benefit us. We are just selfish beings. Right now, I have also started. I'm me do my phone. Like I need. At first, when like me sometimes most of the time, it's never really a relapse. It's just I want to talk, but you allow people to what do you call it, to cause you when people with bipolar disorder, when you are having recent thoughts, or sometimes you are not even having a relapse. When somebody does something wrong to you, na carefree, na ye free. When you allow people to be calling you, that is when it's a man or pressure ba. Now fi de wu din kwasi asem. So what I say, those saying that I made a promise to Nanaba, that I only apologized to Nanaba because what do you call it? That day it was not my intention to talk about her and say why me here. So that is what I apologize for. I'm not apologizing for being a lingerie model. I am a mental health and sexual health consultant. Go and fight with your ancestors. Oh dear, I can't quite say kakra psychological science lessons. Mind, brain, and behavior. Musi munko Google. Just say you concern na mubeti mental health education and see me di concern kakra. E bobe say aboan him. In about 20 minutes, na me release the list no. Into your married man, now name me dada. Just call your wife and ask for forgiveness. Say what? Call your wife, ask for forgiveness. Say if your marriage is strong, if your marriage is built on a good foundation, it will stand. It is very normal. See, you have to know that when you marry a man, he's a human being. When you marry a woman, she's a human being. And human beings are not perfect. Do you understand? If you are in love with someone and nipa no unye bibiama ni bunfuda na can say nunti bibia yefa, it is not love. Aye bi wo wa sheda di nkwasi asem na see if the person will stand by you. Love is a test. Love is a test. Ma, I love you na mudi mo ho nko ano. Eye nkwasi asem. Is eye nkwasi asem. So, I'm coming to give some mental health education. Ghanaians there, mupe negativity nti say ye the negativity start. Ye the negativity ne start here. Na mu nyama sorry fi mu fie. Ai na ma sorry fi mu fie na mo ba betie nkwasi asem. Nti open nkwasi asem a train. Ai 20 minutes me ma mo nkwasi asem, but before you get the nkwasi asem no, I will teach you nyansa because mu ni nyansa. Okay, Let me find this thing properly. Okay, so let's go with some basics. Psychological science is the study of the mind, brain, and behavior. So what? Psychological science is the study of mind, brain, and behavior. Mind is mental activity such as thoughts, feelings, and subjective experience. Brain, an organ located in the skull to produce mental activity. Behavior is any observable action or response. So, I have mentioned 4 things. Psychological science. Once I make sure the Ghana for negativity for omoko 20 minutes time. Omo beba be tier list. See your lives. Hypocrites. Chese me ba social media na me be jimia. Eno na mope. Oh, your lives are miserable. Your lives are miserable. Do you understand? Your lives are so miserable. If you are somebody that all you do is to feed on negativity, it is very sad. See, that it was almost 2000 when I started speaking psychology. How will your life improve? How will you be able to vote good leaders to change the nation? How would you be able to? You will not be able to change the nation when all you people feed on is negativity. Tracy Boachine papa no sankwasi asem na mope. If I was nigga ko yesi sankwasi asem na mope. Yesi we kodi we sankwasi asem na mope. It is so sad. It is so sad. It's so sad. It is so sad. It is so sad. So as I said, psychological science. Psychological science is the study of mind, brain, and behavior. So how you behave, how you feel, how you interact with people, that concept is called psychological science. A lot of people have ignored the psychological aspect of their lives. If you don't pay attention to the psychological aspect of your life is really unbalanced. When I was in UCC, I was very active, physically. I will always go to the gym. If it comes to social life, I hang out with my friends. I spend time with them. But when it comes to my mental health, I don't even think, the way we go to a dentist to go and do our teeth. I have not even gone to see a therapist to assess myself, like how I am doing mentally. Growing up, I went through a lot of things. I lost my virginity at 5. There were marital issues. There was instability in the house. I saw my parents fight. I saw a lot of things when I was in high school. Let's say dealing with academic stress, dealing with maybe financial issues and all those things. Sometimes in our schools, we don't even have counselors and all those things. We don't have them. So when people are dealing with issues, they don't have anybody to talk to. Do you understand? So all these things bottled up. And when I was 25, it was like it reached the apex. The cup was full, so it overflew. And then that's how I had my first manic episode. Because the body is such a way that when you consume things, it's supposed to come out. It was a sebe. Uko jawa 9. So when you bottle up so many things, obi can find a nice way to say it. Se social media so na over bet na so na wa venti. Do you understand? Because sometimes when you are talking to human beings, na fa bibia merade, enyoma ne bi wo wa, ye mfa merade bia, ye beka. So what you say, me ma make an asem, kanewu, uka na ubewu, one can swa, ubewu. So what you say. So there are a lot of people that have bottled up a lot of things. When it comes to women have been sexually abused in their youth. Women go through domestic violence. Women are underpaid in their offices. When it comes to men, there is so much pressure on the man to be the head of the family. There's so much pressure on leaders to be perfect. The leader is a human being first before a leader. Do you understand? The leader is a human being, and human beings, we are not perfect. So there are people with a lot of pressure. Politicians, do you know why men are so promiscuous? Or men are always looking for entertainment? It is not their fault. Pressure domoso. Obi obe sorry anopana na nitia yeshe. Inti alomo a obi wo ho no malomo. Obi wo ho a onum wi. Obi wo ho de aye mape. Obi wo ho a ode aye nyamesem. Everybody has an addiction. Some people are addicted to social media. Me, I think I'm a little bit addicted to social media because sometimes I try to, to use my time well. To say any appointment with TV, me call ye me juma. And I'm a juma so any na ye me edi. I will come back to the coping mechanism that I know. I'll come back to social media. Do you understand? Social media, you buy your phone, you just need a smartphone. MTN any Vodafone ada Roma. Uto data kakrebia. DJ Beka delay Beka say Vodafone ema of Vim. Vim to do what you want to do. Unya was smartphone now no way nya credits kakra. That's all you need. And you can be whoever you are. See, all the most celebrities were discovered through social media. So there are a lot of people that come into my DM. Abena, I need a job. I need money. See, sit down. Take a notebook. Write your plans down and see how you are going to carry it out. Do you understand? And when somebody is really excited about their passion, they always talk about it. In who is calling me at this time? Hello, Chief. Adeo, I'm doing a Instagram live right now. Yeah, I'm on live. Oh, Dabi, I want to be at home. I want to relax. Or tonight my birthday, but my parents say me relaxing. After my birthday, me person my birthday we dear. Me nyeshi, me person me shede na me bompaye. Obi ahun ye. Me chia stone boy why? All right, okay. All of you take care. Why? No. I'm not going to talk about anybody. Oh, nobody is going to push me. No. Now everything that I'm doing, I'm conscious. I'm conscious. I know that the social media lady called me. She has sent me her CV. So I will assess it. When I assess it and I feel, you see, the reason why I've not given out my social media is people cannot be trusted. See the way when Moisha Budon was going through something, look at what her PA did to her. So human beings cannot be trusted. Yes, if you want to me. So I have to be very discerning. I have to pray about it. I have to be very sure that this person that I'm inviting into my private space is not coming to destroy me. And I have told you. And right now, you see, when people see me like this. When I wasn't, people were not on my social media. Why didn't they call me? Why are you calling me now that you feel I have attention? When you see the talent, it is not when you, I don't know, why? Me pesa yebekasa because me do in life ni inti nkomo bi aye di no omoti nkomo bi omodi no ye nkomo bi aye di no mti obi kra say call ni ye fake mo amusi call ni ye fake no inti u de mayen kasa ye chiri why. As I said, if you are a married man and you have slept with me before, the way you were courageous to open your zip to sleep with me whilst you were married, have the same courage to talk to your wife. If your wife loves you, maybe she will take some time off, maybe obakoda Kempiski kakra, and now obeko Safari Valley kakra. But if she loves you, she will come back. When all of you have finished confessing, I won't come and say anything on social media. If you confess to your wife, I will feel it in my spirit you have confessed, and I won't say anything. The calls are too many. Hello. Yes. Who is going on? Mentio. Yeah. Right now, blogging is part of my work. So I'm blogging and I'm doing education online. Yeah. No, I'm doing mental health education. Yeah, I'm doing mental health education. If you like, look at the life. Ose. I don't understand. Me phone and you correct sentiment, papa, into the me feel back. Why? Yeah. Alright, sure. I hear you. Yeah. No, don't come. I've locked myself up. I want to relax. When I invite people in the past, when I'm going through something, I want to be around people. People don't understand me, so they'll be talking to me anyhow. Me no ba phone me ye Jimmy for. Inti only me kasa na wo kasa me ni ma, me so me kasa we nimbi. Obi anya abofra biom. Aye. Alright, okay. Alright, sure. Yeah, I've written some down. It's not like, no, like you have to understand that I'm not having a relapse. Whatever I'm doing, I have planned my day and I'm doing according to plan. Yeah. The phone is loud, so I'll call you back later. Why? Alright. Sweetheart, I'll call you back later, okay? I'll call you back later. Alright, bye. Alright, sure. Alright. Love you too. Bye. Kiss. Okay. So sorry for the interruption. Let's go back to so brain chemistry. The first major development in biological revolution is the understanding of brain chemistry. The brain works through actions of chemicals known as neurotransmitters. If you have not heard this word before, today go and Google it. Neurotransmitters. Read up on neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters, I think I have to turn off my phone because the buzzing is interrupting. Okay, So the brain works through the action of chemicals known as neurotransmitters, which communicates messages between nerve cells. Over the last 30 years, psychological scientists have made tremendous progress in identifying these chemicals and their functions. Although it was long believed that no more than a handful of neurotransmitters were involved in brain activity and behavior. For instance, behaviors that are rewarding are associated with actions of neurotransmitters called dopamine in a specific area of the brain called nucleus accumbens. The extent to which a drug influences the process determines how easily people become addicted to it. So when it comes to addiction, the main neurotransmitter that regulates addiction is dopamine. Dopamine is one chemical released during orgasm. During orgasm, you release dopamine. When you smoke marijuana, you release dopamine. When you are on social media and you post something and then you get likes, you become happy, you release dopamine. So anything that makes you happy, you release dopamine. And dopamine works with a positive feedback mechanism. It works so the more you are releasing dopamine, the more, like when you do something, you release dopamine. The dopamine will ask for more of that activity. So if you don't have a balance in your life, you become addicted. So when it comes to the concept of dopamine addiction, this is my theory of dopamine addiction and sexuality. So there are some people. Me, for instance, the first time I had sex, the person had a big dick, and I was 5. It wasn't forced. It wasn't rape. It wasn't forced. Like it was somebody that I knew, somebody that I trusted. So it was like whatever we were doing, it was like an activity like watching TV. So I enjoyed the whole encounter. So it was nice for me. So I got addicted to big dick. It's like, Bema only big dick. Only big dick, I mean, pal. Do you understand? I got addicted to big dick, and sex is one of my most favorite things, because the first time I experienced sex, it was a nice experience. I released dopamine, and it's had a positive feedback on me. So for some time in my life, I had sexual addiction. That is why when I have bipolar disorder, the main symptom I suffer is hypersexuality. So you see, I'm always craving for sex, and then whichever man that is available, I really don't assess it, whether you are married or you are not married. I just want to come. There are some people, like, I will not actually have sex with them. When I felt like, okay, if I'm not getting a man, I will use my finger. If I'm not getting my finger, I will use a sex toy. So there was an addiction pattern. But right now, through the thanks of therapy, through the thanks of educating myself, all those addictions have been broken. I sell sex toys, but before I sell the sex toy to you, I let you know that sex toys are addictive. Do you understand? Sex toys are addictive. Do you understand? Like me, like this, something as big as this, I can take. Bigger than this, I can take, because I was addicted to it. Some people use cucumber, some people use bananas, some people use bottles. Like in when you have children in boarding school, always, give them sex education. I remember there was a time where they wanted to include sex education from primary school. There was an uproar in Ghana. They were like, what, we are teaching children gay, lesbianism and all that. Because I didn't have sex education at 5. When the person wanted to have sex with me, I didn't know it was wrong or right. Do you understand? I didn't know it was wrong or right. So if sex education is not being taught in schools, as a parent, teach your child sex education. Me ba oshian kasape. Make sure say this is a dick. If a man removes this part of his body and shows it to you, tell me. If a man removes parts of his body and shows it to you, my daughter, my son, tell me. So people that are gays, lesbians, this is my own theory. Somebody who is a lesbian, maybe when they were a child, the first time they got sexual stimulation, it was a woman who licked her clitoris, or it was a woman who pleasured her and she enjoyed it. So she's addicted to lesbianism. Somebody that is gay. You see, sometimes in a lot of times they say the Roman father is sleeping with this, is sleeping with that. Do you understand? It is the first exposure. So the dopamine. So when people are gays, lesbian, there was this time that, you know, the CEO of the Mental Health Authority said, you know, people that are gay, lesbian, it's a mental health disorder. It is not a mental health disorder. It is a mental health problem, which if they want to change, they can change through therapy. But I really am against that statement that he said all gays and lesbians have mental health illness. That is very discriminatory. I was so disappointed that the head of the Mental Health Authority, you will support such a statement. The DSM-5, the DSM-4, DSM-3, the DSM, the things that they use to diagnose mental health conditions. In the past, it was stated in it that gay lesbianism is all mental health disorders. But they have taken that out of the diagnostic whatever that they used to diagnose people in mental health. So that same medical school, that same, you know, theories that taught you, and then you say that you are against that theory now. Do you understand? But that is his opinion. He's entitled to it. So me, to some extent, people that are gay, lesbians, if you want to reform them, you can use therapy. It's the same thing. If you are somebody who is obese, you can use therapy to lose weight. If you are somebody that is slim and you want to gain weight, you can use therapy to gain weight. So in either way it will work for you. So therapy, what do you call it? It's in different forms. Therapy is in different forms. I'm not even going to read comments, else it's going to distract me. You see, when I had the issue with Nanaba and Sewami here, it was like I was having an encounter like this. Then somebody sent me a DM that Sewami here is sleeping with so and so, she's sleeping with so and so, and out of that I just said it. So if I'm on live, I don't know how. If somebody knows how to turn off the comments for me, I will be so grateful, because I wish I could, you know, turn off. Okay, I could turn off the comment sections, because the comment sections can be quite distracting. Okay, so let's go back to the text. The extent to which drug influences the process determines how easily people become addicted to it. The more people have better memories for events that happen when they are aroused than when they are calm, because chemicals involved in responding to stimulus influence neural mechanisms involved in memory. So things that, like, you know, when you do things and your dopamine is high, you remember those things more. So people that say that, Abena, move on. All the encounters that I had, my dopamine level was very high. It is ingrained in my brain. So forget Pandy, forget it. But I just have to channel whatever I have been through in a positive light. Whatever I've been through, I have to use it in a positive light. Okay? So, understanding the chemical processes of the brain has provided many new insights into mental activity and behavior, and has also been useful in the development of treatment to help people with various psychological disorders. The human genome, like your genetic makeup, really influences your behavior, your lifestyle, and all that. So me, for instance, I have the gene for bipolar disorder. Maybe I inherited it from someone. Maybe my genes mutated and I am the first person in my family to get it. Do you understand? Yes. So the second development that has revolutionized psychological science is the enormous progress in understanding the influence of genetic processes. Not only have scientists been able to map up the human genome, the basic genetic code and blueprints for the human being have been developed through various techniques that allow them to discover the link between genes and behavior. So, what do you call it? Scientists have been able to find like almost all the genes that control everything. So that is how come, like in Asia, in Japan, China, maybe you can actually pay for maybe Abena Korkor in China and Japan. You can actually pay so that your child looks exactly like me. They can use 3D is it 3D printing and all those things to print genes, and the genes will be used to make an egg, and then you use your sperm to fertilize the egg. So in this day and age, oba being pewa forget it. You can get a scientifically modified or scientifically generated egg, and not what fertilize it. Now I will. So what I say? Now I will. Open sperm, so I'll wait me a sperm bank. Inti bema bi atetewa. Chanebo oba bi atetewa. Chanebo. So what I say? Ska ube to me akoto genes. Which me akoto genes for intelligence. I ma mope kotekesi en munjai. Mumpe intelligence, seek knowledge. And no ne beboa, and no na ode bebo bra. And seek the word of God. One good book you can seek knowledge from is the word of God. And then you read, you read books that benefit you. Me, my foundation is mental health and then reproductive health. So that is why I have become innovative. What do you call it? I did biomedical science, and I in all my biomedical science classes I enjoyed what do you call it, behavioral science and reproductive science. And then I knew my personality. I'm a non-conformist, so I know I will not I know I will not be so. If I don't have a boss that is open-minded, I don't have a boss that is smart, I don't have a boss that is futuristic, I can't work with that person. So when I finished, I was a TA. Then I went to study entrepreneurship and small enterprise development. Entrepreneurship and small enterprise development, so me say a couple of months. When I felt I have gotten the basics, the rest is left to me to research and learn on my own. When you go to school and you don't finish, don't kill yourself. So what I say, school is just supposed to guide you. Into school, dear, uko school I know course outline. Course outliner. You can sleep in your dorm and then learn. But if you are not somebody that is disciplined, that you know that you cannot be learning all the time, my chair is not like a comfortable chair, so my back is hurting. So maybe I would have to end the life and then go and rest a little bit and then come back. So I will take a break because my back is hurting. So see, I'm living a stress-free life. my Nigerian friend B, she's now a doctor in the medical school. We're all doing human biology together. It says me, I'm allergic to stress. So I'm going to do a little yoga to stretch my back. Let me see if this one will let the pain go away. To stretch my back, no, I have to lie down. So I'm going to stretch my back a little bit. I will be back with the live. So all of you go and read on neurotransmitters, go and read on psychological science, and come with questions. We are going to do question time. I'm going to leave some time for questions so that you ask your questions and I will answer them. Do you understand? Mama list, mini lists be Nyankopon say people are confessing to their wives. They are asking for forgiveness. I'm for bompaye. So what you say? Omo bompaye inti. Bibia aye. I'm not going to release any list. If I change my mind, you will know by morning the list will be out. So I'm going to stretch my back and sleep. My birthday we mean your party bia. I mean your party bia. If you walk our birthday will be beche wadia. Or the idea shemo your party and bona abe for no maba. No more hagio, no more petting your mouth ego and so. Into this year, mean your party bia. Me kwakoda.